When the Village opened back in 1989, of course, we started with 8 villas, quickly went to 16 and then to 32. 1992 went to 56 villas, and then it just kept going. And over the course of the years, we've really tried to be good stewards of the properties and take good care of them and come in and rehab them when needed, just some really touch-ups and things like that.
Anytime we lose or have to refurbish or take a villa out of inventory, it oftentimes means that we're forcing a family to be able to have to stay somewhere else.
There's just not an opportunity to go in and do a major rehab. And that's why we thought this would be an excellent opportunity. Our 25th anniversary is just a couple months away, and let's go ahead and bring them all up to the standard that we like for them to be. Originally, our plan was to take about 30 or 40 villas and do them over the course of a year, so it'd probably take us about 3 to 4, maybe even 5 years to do this entire rehab. But then when you're sitting in an old villa and then a new one, it's very difficult to put some families in a villa that hasn't been totally renovated for 25 years while other families are in this modern new villa.
Which then led to the decision and the challenge. Can we possibly do the rest in a very abbreviated amount of time?
After one of our meetings here at the Village, I went home and told my family at dinner what we were talking about, and that we had approximately 100 units left.
His son asked him, well, Dad, isn't that what you do for a living? And he said, well, yeah. And he said, well, how many rooms do you do for Wyndham in the course of a year?
And I said that we'd renovate about 5,000, and he said, oh, well, Dad, you should be able to do that in a week.
And so he came to me with this crazy idea, and said, we're in. This is a massive undertaking. We probably have in the neighborhood of 800 construction workers and all of that, and then an additional maybe 1,500 volunteers just to support that effort.
Our first thoughts, and I think I probably speak for everybody here, is, are we crazy? Is this really something that we think we can pull off? And then we followed it immediately with, but it makes so much sense.
My first thought was, this would be scary. How do we accomplish all this? If you work with the Wyndham team and with Gary's people, it's like, why would we do this any other way? What we're doing here today will ensure that we can do this for the next 25 years and for all those families yet to come, and that they're all going to have the exact same experience, and it's going to be the best that we can possibly make it.
Over the next few days, you'll see anywhere between 1,000 and 1,500 construction workers and volunteers removing the product out of the units and moving rough product in to be installed.
Because each contractor has 8 or 10 villas that they're focusing on. You will see the tail end of the major demolition process and the removal of the tile, the cabinetry, all the appliances, the shower stalls, the jacuzzi tubs, everything comes out.
It was trucks moving in and people everywhere and just so much activity. It just seemed like all of a sudden it descended on us. And at that point, it was really chaotic. And then you just kept going, wow, wow. We have a lot to do.
The workers are great working around here. Under the conditions, you know, they're working through the cold, they're working through without any sleep. They're all working really hard.
Everyone's really been touched by what they see around the village and what they do here.
Everybody on our crew that's out here doing is tremendously grateful to be here.
I think it's a great thing that they're doing, you know, bringing families in and doing what they do, and I'm glad to be a part of everything that's going on here.
You know, to make one child happy, make one smile, we've done our job.
It's a real pleasure, you know, we're doing this for a good cause, and we just want to help and get it done.
It's a blessing for all of us to be here. And I'll tell you what, if you're not a changed person when you leave here, there really is something wrong with you.
Yeah.
There's something here on this property that brings hope to every children and every family. To me, that makes me feel good. I'm one of the fortunate ones that has healthy children. To see some of the families and the battles they go through, it just feels good to be able to help wherever I can.
We wanted these families to come into these units. This may be one of the only opportunities that they have for vacation. We want them to come in and really be wowed. And so that's the type of attitude and mentality we approach this with, and I really think we've accomplished it.
I think as time goes on, I think they're going to realize that they've made a profound impact in a project that had never been done at this village before. And they were all part of that, and now they're part of us.
So we didn't know exactly who was going to come, and then Josh came, which was the anchors for Good Morning America was here, and then of course they early on got Ty Pennington involved because of his, extreme home makeover fame. So he was integrally involved in the process. So he was there and helped us with the move that bus when we, unveiled the new Memory Makers building. And then probably about 4 to 5 minutes at the end was all about the village. It's a dream come true, and we're still just pinching ourselves going, did that really happen? But we know it did because the number of hits that we got on our Facebook page, the number of hits that we got on our website, it's just building and building and building. There was never any doubt, but it's still at that end, at the 11th hour when, we had till 11:59 last night. That was our deadline that we gave ourselves, and at 11:14, when the call went out, we did it. It was just like I still get chills from hearing that, hey, we did it.
We are now at the point where 100% of our villas are now the same. The 88 villas that we took on during Extreme Village Makeover have all received their certificate of occupancy. We're ready to put families in here and let them see what we believe is everything we can do to create the perfect guest experience. And that starts happening tomorrow.
I know we make a difference. I know we will impact children's lives. I know we may save children's lives. We might just give a parent one more day with that child. And what they did together here is going to make sure that we can do that for so many years. I'm proud to be a part of it, proud to be part of this whole team.
There's no one person that you can single out. It was an incredible team effort from all of those folks, but that the memories that this is going to create, it's not just a finite period, it's not just a snapshot in time. It's what's going to happen, and the ripple effect of this 2 weeks is going to be felt for years and years and years. And when you hear the children, like our little Princess Alyssa say, as she did on air, I'm alive today because of Give Kids the World and my experience there, multiply that times the numbers of families that are going to be here. And that's the message that we want these folks to walk away with today, is that they have made a difference.